Another reason why I think Yamato will be a great addition to the crew, and I know the 10 men statement is a thing that we should always keep in mind, but based on there being so many characters who seem like they would be good candidates, I think we are going to go over that 10 number, but we won't go too much over it. I don't think we will, but that's just my opinion. However, the reason why I think Yamato is so interesting because she provides a very interesting insight to the world that we haven't really had on the crew just yet, which is that of the fish out of water idea. We haven't really had a character who's quite like that. Carrot was the closest thing that we had to that, but of course, Carrot most likely is not going to be a main character. But Yamato very well could be, so it'd be interesting to see the world through her eyes and see her interacting with things as she travels around with the Straw Hats. And we know that perhaps after her cover story is over, that's a very real possibility. I think this will provide a very interesting narrative coupling with somebody like Brook, because Brook has a bit of the opposite problem. He is a very worldly fellow, as he has been a pirate in the past, but because he is a man out of time, all the information that he could provide about the world is vastly outdated. However, his presence is important because it gives us a very interesting historical lesson of how vastly things change in the One Piece world over the decades and makes the world seem more lived in, more alive, which is why I always appreciate Brook's insight on several things that may have existed during his time. And I can't wait to see how these two interact with one another, especially seeing as how they have very similar cryokinetic powers, which is a also very rare thing in the One Piece world. One Piece is not a very ice power series, which is odd. But yeah, there just are a lot of people with ice powers. Just like Limburg with his ice gun, of course, Kuzan, and then we have Yamato and Brook. So yeah, it's not a very popular ability in One Piece. So just having these two on the crew and having their two very interesting and unique perspectives of the world make for a very interesting narrative. And I hope we do get that in the future. But with that being said, give me your thoughts and tell your friends about Polypede. What?